Okay, get it together. Get it together. We're going to talk about the facts. We're not going to... Okay, sorry. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of The Guido Goes Off. As always, thank you, folks, for watching. Today has been quite an interesting day in the world of professional wrestling. But, of course, nothing has been more interesting than the news that came out earlier today. And that was on WWE.com, letting the world know that Big Cass, a.k.a. William Morrissey, has been released from the company. As many people have read, it's also interesting to note that he was not wished the best of luck in his future endeavors. We'll probably get into the why of that. Now, before I, go on with this, and before I start giggling like a little schoolgirl, again, under normal circumstances, I would not celebrate someone getting released, someone getting fired. I believe we've all been there. I've been there. It is a shame when someone loses their job. However, when you basically bring it upon yourself through your conduct, your actions, honestly, you do it to yourself. And you have no one else to blame. So let's get into the reasons why. Because apparently there are a lot of them. What we do know is that he had backstage heat for his political beliefs. Apparently he is a Trump supporter and was very vocal about his political beliefs. That doesn't wash with everyone, as we all know. Of course, one of the big instances was the issue with the little person dressed as Daniel Bryan. He was told by creative, by the powers that be, by Vince himself, big boot, that's it. Though the little person did want to take a bit more of a beating. I'm sure, hey, you're on WWE TV, soak it in, man. I don't blame you. But Vince told the little person, as well as Cass, trying to drill it into that head of his, big boot, that's it. And then we all saw the results where Cass, as they say, went into business for himself and proceeded to get down on the ground and pummeled the little guy. Now, there's also some speculation about an incident on a flight. It's not sure exactly when, what flight, what incident. Details on that are still unclear. It's also noted that he was in a very bad mood pretty much the entire time he was at Money in the Bank. And leading up to this, the source was asked why. He said, "Big man pissed someone off. Huge." It's not known who he pissed off and how quickly. All we know is that when creative and management had arrived at the venue in Toledo prior to tonight's episode of SmackDown, Vince had called an emergency meeting, and in that emergency meeting was where the decision was finalized to release Cass. As Vince and Triple H had met privately before the meeting, and then again, like I said, the issue was brought up in the meeting, and it was finalized right there. Cass was done with WWE. And everyone and their mother has, of course, chimed in on this, as well as, of course, Enzo's former partner, Big Cass's former partner, Enzo Amore / Real One, who simply tweeted, "How you doing?" it should be worth noting that a lot of people are speculating that the two of them are going to get back together, like on the independent scene or something like that. I highly doubt this for several reasons. One, not many people can afford Enzo's asking price right about now. It was mentioned that Enzo is asking $7,000 per appearance for independent bookings, and that is just simply to appear. No word on if he's going to get back into wrestling, and how high the price would go up for that. It should also be noted that Enzo and Cass have not spoken to each other since the day Cass tore his ACL last year. And apparently there's still fairly hard feelings between the two, as Cass has taken every opportunity to run down Enzo, and at a meet and greet, Enzo was asked to sign a Enzo and Cass Pop 2-pack, and he proceeded to draw a dick toward the mouth of the big Cass Pop. So I don't see these two collaborating anytime soon. We all know my feelings on Big Cass as a performer. I don't know how he is as a human being. All I know is that as a performer, he is not entertaining. He is not... His ring work is bad. His ring work is nowhere close to where it needs to be at that level. Especially the level that apparently prior to all this going on, Cass was headed toward. Apparently the sky was the limit for Big Cass because, well, you know, Vince likes big beefy dudes. Again, I don't know how he is as a person, but like I said, you hearing about all of these things, and like they're coming out now, and people hating you, and people, you know, and pissing off everybody around you, not following direction. I mean, his cardio was horrible. You know, he's gassed about halfway through that match with Daniel Bryan, and that match wasn't even that long. And they wanted to strap the rocket to this guy. The simple fact remains that whatever Cass did to get fired, he fucked up royal. Vince can forgive not being the greatest wrestler in the world. I mean, let's face facts. Hulk Hogan was not the greatest wrestler in the world. John Cena is not the greatest wrestler in the world. You know, they hire people that don't go through the indies, who aren't professional wrestlers, and make them into professional wrestlers, for the most part. The simple fact remains that whatever Cass did to get fired, he did it. He brought this on himself, and clearly he pissed off someone he shouldn't have pissed off. More than likely, it was Vince, because otherwise, there'd have been a suspension, or they wouldn't have booked him for stuff. They'd have just, you know, put him on the mid-card, let him fester there for a while. The simple fact is, he fucked up. He fucked up bad, and now he pays the price for it by losing his job in WWE. Again, I don't want to celebrate somebody getting fired, but when you bring it on yourself, through your actions, basically being the biggest asshole you possibly can, you have no one to blame when you look in the mirror. And Cass has no one else to blame but himself. And to be honest, the one thing I am glad about is that hopefully after this, I don't have to talk about him anymore. Alright, moving on to some good news that happened today. As you know, the past couple of days have been the tapings of the NXT UK specials, UK Championship Tournament specials. Earlier today was the big event from the Royal Albert Hall. It was where a big announcement came from both WWE COO Triple H and WWE United Kingdom General Manager and British wrestling legend Johnny Saint. And it was Johnny Saint himself who made the big announcement that we will be having NXT UK, a show specifically with United Kingdom talent. So, of course, we'll see more of the United Kingdom champion Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, Jordan Devlin. A lot of these guys. Of course, we're going to get some more. We're going to see more of these guys, of course, when the tournament and the special airs on the WWE Network. I believe it's June 26th, I think, or June 25th, so next Tuesday. So looking forward to that. Also, it was announced that in addition to having their own show, NXT UK will also have a separate tag team and women's champions. As I mentioned, with the hiring of Toni Storm by WWE. Of course, they also had Nixon Newell. I forget for the life of me what name she is going by. But probably some other great UK male and female talents will be getting involved in this. So it'll be great to see. They did announce, I believe they did announce when the first set of NXT UK tapings are going to occur. I think they're trying to get a deal with British Television to broadcast it. Of course, more than likely, it's going to be on the network as well. So that'd be great to watch. So we just, it's some big news. Also, some other big news from this event, which is going to be spoilers. So here is your official spoiler warning. So, big news. In addition to all this big news about NXT UK, the addition of NXT UK Tag Team Champions and a Women's Championship, the NXT Tag Team titles have changed hands, ladies and gentlemen. Mustache Mountain, the team of Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, defeated the Undisputed Era to become the new NXT Tag Champs. For what I'm gathering from reports, it was a very exciting match. This is big for the group. Of course, makes British Strong Style, that faction, look great. For those of you who don't know who British Strong Style is, Trent Seven and Tyler Bate team up with the United Kingdom champion Pete Dunne. So now you're going to kind of have a counter faction for the Undisputed Era. It's and so this is probably really going to fuel the fire for NXT UK. The spin-off of, which of course, as I reported earlier, Triple H is looking to grow the WWE brand globally using these localized NXTs. Okay, moving from bad to good to still kind of bad. It has been reported that Sami Zayn will be out of action due to a couple of injuries. It's been reported he has been working injured for the past couple of months. In case you haven't, I've had, now that I'm hearing this news, it does kind of make sense that he's really been more in a talking role. He really hasn't done a whole heck of a lot since Backlash, I want to say. Or, I know since WrestleMania. But yeah. So, it's not said exactly what the injuries are. That they did say he has been dealing with shoulder and knee injuries. It said he is headed to Birmingham to get checked out, see what the issues are, whether or not surgery will be required. So, unfortunately, there is no timetable as of yet. Since we don't know what the injuries are, we don't know a timetable for Sami Zayn's return. This sucks. It's horrible. We wish Sammy a speedy recovery, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon. A lot of people have been wondering, when was I going to address this topic? When was I going to talk about this issue? Well, now is the time. Paige was physically assaulted by a fan after Money in the Bank. According to reports, as Paige was in the passenger seat of a car, they're driving by fans. She rolled down her window. She was waving at fans, even high-fiving some. And as she was going down this, a male fan, proceeded to pie face her and then scream, "Lose some weight, Paige." It was said that almost immediately after this, other fans jumped to restrain him, basically to prevent if he had something else in mind. As we have seen from her Instagram, like right after that, she stopped to get a burger and fries, addressing the issue of the guy telling her she needs to lose some weight. Then also talking with her dogs, she said, "Somebody will always love me." Talking to the dogs. Her mom is furious. Saraya Knight has, of course, made a couple of comments on Twitter about the issue. And this has angered a lot of fans. As well it should. Now, as we all know, I love me some Paige. I'm a big fan. I think she's a damn decent human being and has been treated like absolute bullshit over the last couple of years of her life. Between the relationship with El Gasbag, El Verizon, of course the leak, then coming back only to be forced into retirement months later. Something like this is the last thing that she needs. But compared to all of this, to be honest, what happened on Sunday night was light compared to what she has been going through. 2. If she's fat, I'm fucking Yokozuna. To be honest, I think she looks damn good. You know, if she's comfortable in her body, that is the important thing. And this goes to anyone out there. Be comfortable with who you are. One of my favorite sayings is from Oscar Wilde, and that is, "Be yourself. Everyone else is taken." If you're skinny and happy, that's great. If you're fat and happy, that's great. If you are healthy and happy, that's great. You worry about being you. Who you are supposed to be cannot be dictated by pictures in a magazine, images on television, images in movies, and above all else, the number on a bathroom scale. As many people have noticed through the years that I've done this show, I have been losing weight. But that is my choice, because I have been concerned. I have been worried that being in the well over 400 pounds, that is not healthy for me. And I have been taking the steps over several years to get to a better place physically. And to be honest, a little bit more. I'm not one of those people who cried about, oh, I'm so bad. I'm sorry, and you see that like all the time on like Dr. Phil or Dr. Oz or all these people, seeing these images of themselves prior to the weight loss and things like that. I made the decision for me. I want to be healthier. I want to live longer. I want to be around for Boss Lady, for my family, for my friends. That was my decision. I made that. I got a lot to do here. And also wearing smaller clothes doesn't hurt. But as I'm saying, you worry about you. Be concerned with you. To hell with what other people say. To hell with the images on TV, in movies, magazines, dictating to you what is normal, what is sexy, what is proper. Normal is boring. Be comfortable in your own skin. And if nobody else likes it, Jennifer Lawrence said best. Screw them. You be you. And there's gotta be people in your life who care about you for you. Because if people care about you, they don't care about your dress size. They don't care about your waist size. They don't care about your eating habits. They might get a little concerned. Now, I'm not going to lie. Eating a pizza with a bunch of Taco Bell nacho cheese, Doritos Locos Tacos, probably a bad idea. I'm not saying anybody would do that. I'd probably put the image on somebody's head to do that. But you worry about you. And you take care of you. And you be you. To this so-called male fans' actions. People were thinking I'm worried because it's Paige. I don't care that it's Paige. I wouldn't care if it was Becky Lynch. I wouldn't care if it was Bailey or any other woman on the roster. I mean, if it happened to Liv Morgan or Dana Brooke, hell, even Sasha Banks, and we all know how I feel about Sasha Banks. You do not put your hands on a woman in that manner, especially in a situation where she cannot defend herself. And the person that did this, you notice I keep using quote marks when I say male or guy, because this is not a man. This is a piece of garbage who wants to feel better about himself by degrading a woman. I know there are a lot of people who would have done much worse than restrain you from that. And to be honest, it's deserved. I never claimed to be a feminist. I've never claimed to be a social justice warrior. But if you don't believe in another person's right to be who they are, to be comfortable in their own skin, well, let me tell you this. I've got a right you can deal with. And it's part of a matching set. So what do you think of the topics that I covered on this episode of The Guido Goes Off? As always, please let me know in the comments section below. As always, you can talk to me via my social media outlets, my Twitter and Instagram, as well as the Guido Goes Off Facebook page. And as always, even with the subject matter I covered, please like this video, share it with everyone you know. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. As I've done several times the past few weeks and weeks, for those of you who are going to be in the Quincy area this weekend, June 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, I will be at MallCon. I will be doing the show from MallCon. If you're there, come say hi. You know, as you always, just subscribe on Twitter. I will probably post on the Twitter and on the Twitter. God, it's the Facebook thing all over again. I will let you know on Facebook and Twitter exactly where I am. Come say hi. If you haven't watched the show before, please give it a watch. And like I said, if you're going to be at MallCon, let me know. I'll be there for, all 3 days. I'll probably have a posting of when I'm going to be there. Hopefully this works. Tomorrow night, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 Central, I will be trying once again to do Facebook Live. So, go ahead and go to the Guido Goes Off Facebook page. If you haven't already, go to the page, give it a like, and give us a watch. This is your one chance. I mean, this is like the best chance you got to talk to me directly. Like, whether you like the show, whether you hate the show, whether you think I'm a disgusting piece of crap, you get your chance. So again, all that going on, I thank you guys for all your support in this, helping me build this show, one viewer at a time, one subscriber at a time. Thank you guys. I can't stress that enough. So, until next time, which, like I said, will be tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, I am the Guido, and I think we're done here.